A notorious gangland criminal has been sentenced to 20 years in prison after admitting that he planned and directed a plot to smuggle nearly a tonne of cocaine. Jamie Stevenson pleaded guilty in August and has been sentenced along with 5 other men. Millions of pounds worth of drugs were concealed inside boxes of bananas, but the shipment was intercepted by the authorities in Dover in 2020.
Because the cocaine operation and the Etizolam operation were different operations, the sentence for charge 8 will be consecutive to the sentence for charge 3, and I am satisfied that the total period of 20 years imprisonment is fair and proportionate.
More now from our Scotland correspondent Conor Gillis. Conor, a sizeable sentence, but this was a sizeable haul, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is an extraordinary tale involving the downfall of one of the UK's biggest, most notorious gangsters, a man who for a long time was on the UK's most wanted list by law enforcement agencies, not just here in the UK, but across Europe, across the world. This was the cocaine kingpin that was Jamie Stevenson, who was guilty of running a worldwide multi-million-pound drugs cartel. Now, essentially, he orchestrated a shipment of a tonne of cocaine that was hidden in banana boxes that made its way over in cargo from South America, reached the port of Dover in 2020. At that point, they were intercepted by Border Force officials who discovered 119 blocks of cocaine that were seized with a purity of almost 80%. Now, clearly the intention for that was to be flooding the streets of Glasgow, where I am just now, and across Scotland with these deadly drugs that authorities estimate could have been worth in the region of between 80 and 100 million pounds. Now, how was this cartel, how was this gangster finally caught? Well, working with law enforcement agencies across Europe, they managed to crack into an encrypted chat that these people were engaging in. They were boasting in there of achieving life-changing sums of money. And Stevenson himself was eventually arrested while he was jogging in Amsterdam. Today, here at the High Court in Glasgow, jailed for a total of 20 years. A big moment for the National Crime Agency, who'll be giving this reaction to Sky News.
Jamie Stevenson, who was directing the people within the group, was sitting at the top table of organised crime and had contacts all around the world from South America and across Europe. And they had little disregard for the safety of the people of Scotland or indeed elsewhere within the United Kingdom. So the role of the National Crime Agency was to disrupt this crime group as near as they can to the upstream supply chain. And we did that through our network of contacts, both with international law enforcement partners and across Europe.
Now, the gangster who has been dubbed Scotland's version of Tony Soprano also confessed to operating a street Valium pill factory as well that was able to churn out 250 of those tablets every single hour. 5 others were in the dock here today. They also will serve time behind bars for their involvement in this worldwide operation. Let's remember, the war on drugs is a huge thing for police here in Scotland. It is the drugs death capital of Europe, and many of those police officers will be thinking this is a small victory in this huge challenge that they have.
Conor, thanks very much.